That's good. All right. Hey, y'all. Thank you for tuning in to Zati TV. Zati here. If you returning, I appreciate you for coming back. If you just stumbled across my page and you trying to see what I got going on, I appreciate you for stopping by. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe because I know you're going to like what I'm coming with. Today we are doing the second episode of my At the Crib series. Last time we did Starbucks at the Crib. If you haven't seen that video, I'm going to link it down in the description box. Go ahead and check it out after you watch it. Now, I know you've seen that title. Today we are doing Panera at the Crib, bread coat if you know. Now, a little brief history for y'all. Panera originated in my hometown, St. Louis, Missouri, as St. Louis Bread Company. So we know and love it as bread coat while everybody else in the world enjoys it as Panera. So that was just a little bit of trivia for you. Let's get into this menu. Now today I'm giving you pick two vibes. I told you we fake bougie around here. We ain't gotta choose. Number one is going to be the broccoli and cheddar soup with the bread bowl, baby. I need all the options. Number two, I'm keeping it simple with the turkey and cheese melt, and I'm topping it all off with a peach green tea lemonade. Yes, I'm doing it all. I'm with it all. I'm getting y'all lit. If this sounds like something you're interested in, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Okay, y'all, so the first thing that I'm doing is prep. Today we're going to be cutting up broccoli, carrots, and onion. So with this broccoli, I'm really just making sure that I'm cutting off the long stems. Right here, I am chopping the flour of the broccoli because I won't be blending it today. So I wanted to just get it the consistency that I liked. I'm chopping. This was about 5 cups of broccoli total. So next I'm going in with shredded carrots, and I did about 2 cups of those. After that, I'm using my medallion slicer to slice my onion and dice it up just right. My dad got that for me for Christmas, and I've been putting it to work ever since. After this, we doing garlic. Now, this cheap garlic press had me messed up, so I had to go in and do what it do. Yeah. All right, y'all, now that everything is prepped, the next step is to go ahead and saute our aromatics in butter. I'm using about 4 tablespoons of butter to go ahead and do this. I also have my stove on medium to high heat, and I went on ahead and added a little bit of olive oil because, you know, I'm dressing it up and doing it my way. Mind you, I am using a recipe for this broccoli and cheddar soup off of thekitchen.com. I will go ahead and put the recipe, ingredients, and source in the description box, baby. We giving credit where credit is due. I won't be doing no plagiarizing, all right? Now, I know you hear that butter sizzling. It is time for us to go ahead and add our onion. So I am adding 1 medium diced onion to the butter and just letting it do its thing. Our goal right here is to let it saute until the ends and the perimeter of these onions are golden brown, so then we can move on to the next step. Oh yeah, so the onions have gotten good and brown. I'm gonna go ahead and put in our garlic. Let that do its thing. I'm gonna turn down this heat just a little bit because I don't want to overdo it. I'm gonna put that garlic in, baby. And that is smelling so good. Okay, so now that our aromatics have sauteed in this butter, everything is smelling so good, it is time to get started on the roux. So I will be adding flour to this mixture. This is about 3 tablespoons of flour, and you just want to sprinkle it over the veggies and get it all up in there, and then stir constantly until everything is nice and golden brown. Yes, I could not leave any behind. So yes, I'm just stirring constantly until everything is nice and golden brown, not letting it burn, and getting it ready so I can add the half and half and broth next. So as y'all can see, everything has gotten nice and golden brown. It is time to add our half and half. So I'm just scraping any bits from the bottom of the pan that may have stuck. and then slowly adding my half and half while stirring at the same time. This is important because you don't want this to curdle. You want it to just go in smooth and not give you any problems. So yeah, that's what I'm going ahead and doing. Next, it's time to add the chicken broth. This is about, let's see, 2 cups of chicken broth, just like I did 2 cups of the half and half, and I'm just going to add that. And yeah, so after adding the chicken broth, I did decide to go ahead and add some chicken bouillon, which really wasn't a part of the recipe, but I did want to add a little extra oomph to the soup. So I went on ahead and eyeballed what I thought would be about a tablespoon of the bouillon and added that to the mixture. Y'all, it was smelling so good, I had to pop my head in. So now that we finished that, it's time to go ahead and dump in these vegetables. I put in the description box exactly how much I was putting in. So first I did the broccoli. Now it's time to go in and then put those carrots in there. So as you can see, this dish is slowly but surely coming together. You want to make sure that everything is covered up. I am also adding some spices, which that was nutmeg, that is mustard powder, and then pepper. You probably thinking like nutmeg. When I tell you that is the secret ingredient to this soup, it brings all of these flavors together and it tastes so good. I was so shocked when I saw that they put nutmeg in this soup, but you really need it. Right here, I'm just adding some half and half just to make sure that the vegetables are fully covered so that when it simmers, everything can get cooked down. So here I go again, adding stuff that's not in the recipe. I'm going to do garlic powder and then follow that up with some onion powder. And then my all-time fave seasoning, Slap Your Mama. I love this stuff and I put it on literally everything. I also gonna follow up with some black pepper. I love black pepper, so I always put a whole lot. So after I get done going OD with the black pepper, I'm just gonna stir it on in and make sure that we get all of that distributed evenly throughout the pot. So now everything is put in. It's time to put this on low heat and allow it to simmer for about 30 minutes. Okay, now while that's simmering, I'm going to go ahead and get this bread bowl situation together. I got this from my local store for about $1.99. And right now I'm just going to go ahead and carve a hole in it so that we can make room to put this soup. About 10 to 15 minutes, this is what our soup is looking like. It's making progress. We're just waiting on those vegetables to get a little bit more tender. So I'm just going to give it a stir and then go ahead and put the cap back on it and let it do its thing. Next, we're going to get into this tea. Okay, y'all, so let's get into this peach green tea lemonade. I am using green tea with matcha, which I recently found out has a lot of different health benefits, but that's another story for another day. I'm going to use 2 tea bags because I'm making this tea concentrated, since I will be adding other ingredients to water it down. So 2 tea bags, and then I'm going to cover those tea bags up with about a cup of hot water. Let that steep for about 3 to 5 minutes. All right, now we're back. It steeped to about 3 to 5 minutes. I'm going to take those tea bags out, set those to the side. I do have about 3 tablespoons of sugar because I like my stuff sweet, baby. I'm going to go ahead and put that in, let that dissolve, and stir it on up, stir it on up, stir it on up. All right, now it's time to transfer that tea into my tumbler and add the other ingredients. I bought some grits from the gas station and I need to use it up. So that's what I'm going to use. That's about the amount. I'm going to follow that up with my peach Minute Maid punch. Yeah, if you guys want to know specific amounts, I can try to figure it out and let you know. I added my ice, stirred it up, took a sip, and now that tea is done, baby, 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 baby. Okay, y'all, so now let's get back into this soup. It has simmered on low heat for about 30 minutes. The vegetables are tender, and it is ready for the next step. So I am actually going to skip a step. A lot of people will puree this soup with an immersion blender or a regular blender to make the texture more smooth. I like my food more texture, so I'm going to omit that step. Next, you see me slowly adding in the cheese while stirring at the same time to make sure that our base remains smooth and we don't get any clumping. Now, I know you see me flicking my wrist. Hey, look at the flick of my wrist. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to make sure that you slowly add that cheese, flick your wrist, and make sure everything stays as smooth as possible. Now here I go again, y'all, adding more stuff that's not really in the recipe, but you know I'm doing this to my liking. So I added a little bit more cheese just to dress it up and make it real. Okay, now I am going to put in a little bit more chicken broth because I noticed it got a little bit thick. Okay, y'all, so I know the star player of this video is my broccoli and cheddar soup, but I just wanted to show y'all that I did make this sandwich just for completeness sake. So this is just wheat bread, cracked pepper turkey, white American cheese with butter on my George Foreman toast to a good perfection. Ooh, take a look at that. That is looking good, all right? Looking real good. Soup done, check. Sandwich done, check. Off pick 2 is officially complete. I'm gonna let y'all get into this soup though, because I did that. Don't ever play with your girl. So after all of these steps, y'all, we are finally ready to serve. Everything looks so delicious. I'm gonna go in with this ladle. Look at that. I'm gonna fill it up. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm filling it all the way up to the top. Ooh, 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 ooh. Now, I did probably about 3 ladles of that. I'm gonna go in and top it off with some more cheese because, baby, why not? Why not? Why not? So now, baby, we got the bread bowl. We got our sandwich and our tea. I'm ready to eat. Let's get into this bread bowl turkey sandwich situation. Yeah, that looks good. Now let's taste it. That's good. All right, y'all, that was Panera at the crib. I'm about to go ahead and get into this food. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you're going to make it, go ahead and drop down in the comments to let me know. If you like my content, I'm coming with more, so you might as well just subscribe. Until next time, I'm out of here. Peace.